Hey guys, this is Tim from Pickup 360. If you've been following our blog, you know that my most recent post I talked about how success with women is a skill set that can be learned, and it's not something that has to just come naturally to you. It can, but you can learn it as well and get better at it even if you are natural. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to actively practice pickup in your everyday life and get good at talking to girls, how to practice it. First, you need to know about the art that's called game. Those of us in the community, in the pickup community, we call it gaming. When you go out in the street and you actively talk to women, that's how we practice talking to girls. We go out and we actually talk to women in the street, so we call it gaming. So much like you'd practice basketball, practice football, or any other skill set that you want to get good at, you practice gaming and practice talking to girls. There's two kinds of game that you can practice that are commonly discussed in this community. There's called day game and there's called night game, and both of them are a little different. Day game is basically during the day. It's a low energy environment. People are not going crazy, having a lot of fun. It may be inside of a Starbucks, a girl just sitting down, and you go say, hey, what's your name? You're not going to go and grab her around the waist like you would at a club or something like that. That's day game, basically. A lower energy environment often happens during the day where you're going up and talking to girls, gaming in that situation. Night game, on the other hand, often occurs at clubs and at night, which is why it's called night game. But the energy level is completely different. So if you're in a club and people are dancing, drinking, having fun, going crazy, loud music, and you can get away with a lot more as far as talking to girls, that's called night game. At a party's going on, or a concert, for example, concert venue. And people are having fun, and there's a lot of energy. A lot of touching. People are close to each other. It's a lot more is acceptable. That's what you call night game. So there's two kinds of game that you can practice: day game and night game. Both of them are effective. Both of them have their own purposes, their own benefits, as well as their own drawbacks. But either way, it's still all categorized under game and learning how to get good with girls. So how do you actively practice getting good with women now that you know about day game and night game? What you have to do is you have to get out and approach, set after set after set. And again, in game we call the girls sets. So when I say to my wingman, I say, hey, that's your set, go talk to her. That's the girl. I'm saying go talk to the girl. We call it her a set. I know it sounds very misogynistic, but it is not, so don't judge. So in order to get good at game, you need to approach. There's two ways you can go out and game. You can game solo, or you can game with a wingman. I would suggest, if you're starting out and you're a very highly motivated person, I would say start out solo. Because if you start out solo, that's going to allow you to build a whole set of skill sets around amusing yourself and having your own energy that you create for yourself, which is a whole nother complicated topic. But if I were you, I would start off solo. But if not, and if you don't want to start talking to girls by yourself and you feel nervous, which you're going to feel, you probably want to get a wingman. A guy that can go out and talk to girls with you and can be sort of a buddy and possibly some sort of coach for you. Then you guys can learn together about how to talk to chicks. So you can go to a mall, you can go to the beach if you live in a warm area, or if it's at night, go to the club, go out in the street, people coming out of clubs. You can game in the train station, anywhere you want, anywhere that there's sets, anywhere that there's girls. You're gonna talk, and approach set after set until you get better and better at it. And don't forget, this is just an introductory video. This is not diving deep at all. I'm barely scratching the surface of what game is all about. Just giving you a few basic pointers for how you can kind of get started. So there's something called approach anxiety. Approach anxiety, you're gonna get it. It means where you're scared to approach girls. The first time I ever went out and gamed, I walked around for 2-3 hours straight without talking to one girl. By myself. Then I went with my wingman and we talked to more and we got a few results. But it's called approach anxiety. AA, I like to call it. AA stands for approach anxiety, and you're going to be scared to talk to girls. You're gonna have to be a man and get over it. That's the only advice I can give you. It's gonna be a little easier if you have a wingman with you, because you guys can both dare each other into talking to girls and stuff like that and build up momentum from that. But especially if you're by yourself, it's gonna be very hard, but trust me, it'll be worth it. And by overcoming approach anxiety, you're gonna gain a lot of skills that'll help you in the future when it comes to meeting and attracting women. As far as your opening goes, because one of the biggest questions that I get from guys is, how do I open a set? How do I talk to her? She's just sitting there. What do I say? Like, do I start with the pickup line? You don't need any cheesy pickup lines. You can say anything that you want. I don't play Minecraft, but there's been times where I've asked questions to girls about Minecraft just for the fun of it, and have gotten their number and taken them out on a date later. So it does not matter what you open with. the biggest thing is your body language. The biggest part of human communication actually is body language. You can say a lot through your body language. Be confident. If your body language shows confidence, you're gonna get results, or you're gonna be able to learn better, and you're gonna be able to see more results. If you're not confident, which you might not be at the beginning, I wasn't. If you're not confident, you need to fake it till you make it. That's what I always say. Pretend you're confident. Tell yourself you're confident, even though you're not. Out loud, I like to say to myself, I can do this. I'm awesome. I'm a great person. I'm gonna go talk to that chick right there. I'm gonna go say hi to her. And I go do it. And I wasn't confident at all. I was scared as hell. But I still went and did it. And eventually, with practice and practice and practice, the confidence became a part of me. So learn how to fake confidence until you make it. Your body language is the biggest part of your opening. So what you say does not matter. You can say hi. You can say that. You can even open with a handshake if you want. And the more you practice, the more technically sound you'll get, and the more you'll learn about what openers get better results and what don't. But at an ultimate basic level, your opener is not the biggest part of the interaction. It's your body language and how you relate to the girl as a man to a woman. Lastly, the last point I'm going to give, since this is just a quick video to kind of get you guys kick-started into gaming, enjoy yourself. Make sure you're having fun when you do it. Because if you think so, what am I doing this right? Does this make sense? Is this right? And there's been guys that I've coached before that have done this, and they've said, oh, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. They would say, hi, I don't like the way I waved at her. That was weird. It didn't make sense. It doesn't matter. Have fun. Make sure you're having fun. That's the biggest point of learning game. Have fun just being you and being who you are, and then you'll exude that confidence onto others. So it's kind of like a big circle. If you go out and practice and you have fun doing it, you're going to want to practice more because you're having so much fun. And it just keeps going and going and going. I'll talk more about this later, but that's all for now. If you guys want coaching, especially if you're in the New York area, or you just want advice and me to talk to you about it, let me know. The email address is 360pua@gmail.com. And you can also follow us on our WordPress blog, pickup360.wordpress.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, stay gaming. See you later.